Good evening. Hi, everybody. It's Thursday, 7 p.m. Arizona time, and it's time for Crafty Hour. My name is 𝗧𝗢𝗣𝗘𝗖𝗍, and I'm ButterDish Designs, and let's have some fun. So I have a fun, simple project that you can actually store flat, and I'll show you how, and keep on hand for little gifts, and I think you'll like it. So anyways, let's talk about give this a second to get going here. I'm always like, hey, let's go. But anyways, let's switch it over to the overhead here 1 second. Again, there we go. So we are going to be doing the I'm going to be playing with the Labeled with Love bundle. I've been playing with it all week. If you've noticed that, I've been making different things. And let's see here. These are just some of the fun things that I have made so far this week with this particular bundle. I started the week off with this Enjoy Today card. So there's that. I then went to a slimline here. Hi, Cody. And I made this one. So, oh, my picture sticky things in there. Ooh, that wasn't good. That doesn't normally do that, but anyways, there's that. And then I made this duo by stamping the present in here off of this. So now the cool thing about this bundle is that if you don't like punches, it is also available in die format. It's on page 58 of the catalog. If you get the die format, it comes with the die will punch out 3, whereas the punch only punches out 1. So there's that. But either way, believe it or not, it's still the same price, $39.50 or $39.50 for the bundle. But I will tell you, currently there is a sale on, let's see here, there, turning down the volume, there we go. Okay, there is a sale for this month through the end of the month on die bundles, so you could get an additional 10% off if you wanted the die set. So just wanted to put that out there for anybody who might be interested in that. But yeah, so it's a fun, I like to challenge myself by getting to know a bundle or a stamp set and so forth. And tonight we are going to be making a 3D item that is a box that will hold this PocketBac from Bath and Body Works. These little, you can get these individually at the store, or if you're online, you can get a 5-pack. And if you watch for a sale, you can get 5 of them for like $4, sometimes a little less, $4.25, something like that. So it's always good to watch if you like to give out little gifts and stuff. So that's what we're doing. And here is the little box we're going to be making. Now, this was designed, I designed it so that it opens like a box on both the top and the bottom. Only decorated the top and the sides though, because I'm not going to decorate what it's going to sit on. But there's that. I thought this peach pie paper and cardstock would go well with a monarch butterfly, so to speak. So this is going to be really quick and easy. I've got some measurements for you, and I've also made a cutting template that you can look at. So this is the cutting template here, and you'll understand more when we're done. And these are the measurements here. So, but anyways, we're going to walk through this and do this together. I'm just going to move my stuff off to the side here real quick. And let's get started. I'll pull out that cutting diagram back in a minute or so. But let's start with our piece of cardstock. You've got to have 6 inches by 6.5 inches. This particular piece of cardstock for me came damaged. UPS bent the heck out of it, but it's still totally usable. So I'm just going to use the opposite end here. Okay, so 6.5. And then we need by 6. All right, so there's that. Let's get out our scoring board, which you could score this on your trimmer too, but it's just easier for me to show you on this. All right, so we've got the 6.5 inch side here. Let me move my little toolbox out of the way there. And pull that out there so we can do this together. Okay, so on the 6.5 inch side, we're going to score at 2 inches, 3 inches, 5 inches, and 6 inches. And then we're going to rotate that to the 6 inch side. And we are going to score at 1/2 inch. Okay, 1.5 inches, 4.5 inches, and 5.5 inches. All right. So that's it for our scoring. Put this away, and then before we start cutting, okay, put this underneath here. Sure it's not going to fall. We're going to fold and burnish on all these score lines here. Okay, so just gently fold those. Okay, so we went all one direction there with the folding and the burnishing. Now we're going to go the opposite direction. And do the ones that go this way. Just kind of go in order and make sure you get them all. Last one there. Okay, so now let's talk about the cutting. Okay, the first thing that we're going to do on this is go ahead and cut up from the outside here past this first score line to the second one. And we're going to cut here, 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 and here, all the way down. And those are easy to see once you've got those score marks, and then everything is already folded and burnished. All right. We're going to turn that around. We're going to do the same thing on the other side, just up to that second score line there. Okay, now we've got all these pieces. Yes? The next step we're going to do is, this is going to be the piece that we're going to adhere to this side to make the box, like so. So we are going to just cut out a little wedge here. If you didn't get it all, go back the other way. Give it a little snip. There we go. We're going to do the same thing on this side. Just a small wedge, not a big one. There we go. Okay. Now this is going to be the top of the box here. So we're going to turn this way, and we are going to, again, just on that first one up to the first score line, we're going to cut small wedges out just to make that flap easier to get in and out. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is fold those two down like so. Okay. And we are going to cut under that first score line, just straight across. Okay. And then turn that, and again, we're going to do some small wedges out of there on each side. All right. Now we're going to flip those two down along with this one. And we do not need this one at all. So we are going to subtract it. So in this, we just took this piece out here. So we've done this, took this out, and that, and this. All right, now we're going to flip it around. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. But you'll notice that the, hey woman, we're doing the opposite. So closure, closure. So this is going to be the closure on this one. All right. And just so that we don't cut it off at all, we are going to just cut out that wedge there. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing we did on the other side. Is fold those two flaps down and cut just under that score line. Now we'll turn that and just take small wedges out of all these. I think it helps on this to just do them all in order, but you do whatever works for you. If you make a template, you'll know there. Hey, Kathy. All right. So we're getting rid of this one here. Okay. So let me get rid of these pieces here. Now ours that we just did looks like my template. All right. So there we go. Okay. The next thing that we're going to do real quick is go ahead and cut the designer series paper so that we can glue that on before we glue everything together. Okay. And we need this to be 2 3/4 inches. So I'm just going to cut off a strip here. And then we need 2 that are 1 3/4. Oops. Get that back up there on the line so you can see it. There we go. One 3/4. 1 3/4. 3/4. 3/4. And another one at 3/4. But this one, we're going to turn it this way, and we need to make sure that this is 1 3/4. This is for the lid. All right. Super easy. And I'll show you the cool thing, like I said, is that this store's flat. You can make these ahead of time, and they'll fit a lot besides the PocketBac. But here we go. So on this here, we have our lid. Okay. Got our front, our back, and our sides. Not decorating the bottom where it sits. You could if you wanted to, but I'm not doing it. Okay. So I am just using glue. Of course, you use whatever you'd like. You've got like 1/8 of an inch all the way around with these measurements that I've done here. How was everybody's day? I'm ready for Friday. And I'm just eyeballing this because, you know, you start at one side, you can just eyeball your way to the other side. And then, of course, the lid here. Great way to have some little gifts on hand that are budget friendly, and the storage is easy because, you know, this comes in this little 5-pack. The PocketBacs do. And these, like I said, will store flat. So we're not going to use glue on the closing it here, closure. We're going to use some tear and tape. And just put that on the edge there. Right, make sure that's good and finished. Okay, so the easiest way to put this together is to go ahead and do that tear and tape. Hold it over like so. Take this one like so. And then you can just push. Okay, so now we have our box and it's good to close. These can be stored, you know, it's super flat. You can do a lot of things with that. Little candies can fit in there. Just all kinds of different stuff there. And let's leave that folded for just a minute here while we do our stamping. And before we put on the little label punch here. Yes, I've used this a bazillion times, but I just like to keep going because it's still good. Just need a scrap piece of white for this. Okay. And the stamps that we're going to be using out of here today is the Just For You, the butterfly, the other part of the butterfly. That's it. Okay. There we go. Okay, so you may have noticed that Just For You is horizontal. We're going to make it vertical. Just single out those. And I'm going to go ahead and punch one of these out. And because it's clear photopolymer and I can see what I'm doing, that's why I'm going ahead and punching first. All right. So the Just For You. I'm taking a marker for this one. And we are going to single out these words individually. Just use that brush tip. Make sure you've got some good coverage there. And give that a little ha to reactivate that ink there. And there's our Just. Now the thing with this is that in between each inking, you need to clean it, which looks like I have my cleaner down here. Got my 𝗧𝗢𝗘𝗖𝗞 here. It's all squeaky. There we go. Make sure that's dry. Here, paper towel, just because I just re-wetted this, so it's a little wet. Okay, let's go for the 4. Okay. There's the 4. Clean that off again. Make sure it's dry, and then let's do the last part with the U. So never take your sentiments as they are, because you can definitely single them out, change the orientation. I'm doing. There we go. Get a little zhuzh on it and you don't want to deal with it, just turn it over. Okay. We are going to use the peach pie. That's the cool thing about this butterfly in the set, is that you don't have to sit there and color in that image because I've already done it for you. Make sure this other part is clean. There we go. And we're taking our tuxedo black memento here because I wanted to make this like a monarch. Excuse me if my head gets in the way, but there we go. Close enough there. All right. Let's move that out of the way. And dimensionals that we set off the back here. Just go ahead and I put 3 on this because it's kind of long. There we go. Make sure that when you're putting this on, you know where that top is, okay? Just gonna center this here. There we go. Now on this one, I did these shimmer gems. We also have these in color resin dots, but you know, whatever suits your needs. I kind of like the sparkles, so that's what I'm going with. And again, do your decorating and stuff before you fold it up there. And you can just store it just like that. And just bring this back out here so you can see the measurements and the template there. I have another one of these right here. So just go ahead and fold those in there. And you've got yourself all right, why is it being difficult here? There we go. Open that up there, stick that down in there. And there's still a little bit of room, but it's pretty good just as is. You could do this out of a 6x6, but you can't because you need that length. So there you go. There's our fun little PocketBac holders. I hope you'll give these a try because I'm sure you already have the supplies on hand and a punch, and you can make these fairly easily. Get these off there. And again, if you missed anything, you can definitely watch the replay. I'll give you a close-up of that there. And go back to, there we go. Hi. So thank you everybody for watching this evening. Oh, yeah, I didn't say what episode. This is episode 98. So next week's 99, which is exciting. And then 100. So thanks for watching. I hope you have a great evening. If you have any questions or if you make one of these, please ask and or share. I'd love to see what you create if you can make one, and what other ideas you might have of what would fit in here as well, because I think it could do a lot with this. You know, little candy bars, little tea bags, little sewing kit. Those are just off the top of my head. You could definitely fold like an emergency C and maybe put in a little chapstick if somebody's under the weather. Yeah, I think that's pretty good there. Oh, you know, I will look real quick here. Hang on. Wonder if I have those over here. I just want to see if this one little thing will fit. Yeah, I'll sling through my stuff. I don't think I have any more of those. There are some miniature Kleenexes, and I'm talking miniature, that you can buy off of Amazon. But see, a Tic Tac box will fit in there as well. This is a little too wide, but if you had one that's thinner, or if you wanted to just fold that a little bit, you could get the tea in there or put it diagonally, just for some other ideas. So anyways, have a wonderful evening. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week for episode 99. Thanks. Bye.